Shalom, peace and blessings. Today I will be speaking on who are and where are the biblical Israelites today. Here we see the Israelites depicted in pictures on the walls of pyramids, building and working together to build the pyramids for the pharaohs and the Egyptians. They worked long, hard hours with little pay, if any pay at all, to build Egypt to a great nation that it was at that moment in time. Earlier in this course, we studied and learned that in ancient times, people would write on walls and paint pictures to tell stories and keep records of what happened during that time period. Well, the Egyptians were advanced at that. They painted pictures of the Israelites working hard. Also, they painted pictures of themselves, like the Pharaoh sitting on the throne. When we think about the Bible today, we think about Christianity and Catholicism, but in actuality, it's the records of the Israelites, also known as the Jews. It is their records of their coming in age, rise, and their fall, and also their redemption. As we learn through history, the Jews are always hated by every nation, or almost always enslaved by them. And today, people are confused on where and who are the Jews today. But did you know that there are books and paintings around that tell you how the Jews look and where they are today? But the number one source, of course, is the Bible. It will tell you where and who are the Israelites today. By reading Deuteronomy 28, it will tell you the curses and the blessings God will put on his people if they hearken to his voice or did not hearken to his voice. Also, historical books like From Babylon to Timbuktu and Hebrewism in West Africa. Also, the Roman catacombs and the Russian icons, and many other books that can tell you too. Also, another important fact was the Hebrew Israelites were the gladiators who fought in the Colosseums for the Romans' entertainments, fighting lions and each other and other animals. Oh yeah, a book called The Complete Works of Josephus, which give the accounts of the Jews, what happened to Jerusalem when it was compassed with armies by the Roman Empire, and many other books that can tell you too. The fall of Jerusalem was a very important prophecy given by whom the world knows as Jesus Christ. In Luke 21 verse 20, he says, when you see Jerusalem compassed with armies, to flee into the mountain, because you know the desolation is nigh. The mountain he was talking about was Africa, because Africa was closest proximity and a safe haven for those who try to escape captivity and hardship from the Romans. If you read Deuteronomy 28 verse 68, it will tell you that the Hebrew Israelites will go into captivities in ships. Though it says Egypt again, but they never went to captivity back into Egypt. And plus, Egypt was very close proximity to Israel, so they didn't need ships. He was talking about the faraway land of America and throughout the world. From Babylon to Timbuktu gives an account on where and how did the Israelites navigate throughout Africa after the Roman siege and took over Jerusalem, and what happened to them during the slave trade, being sold to the Europeans by Africans and Arabs. A very important book you can get also is called the Apocrypha. There are 14 books that are taken out of the Bible by the Protestant church because they thought it wasn't too spiritual enough. But they give an account on how the 10 tribes got to the unknown land like America and other places in the world. This book was used as proof by Christopher Columbus to the Spanish monarchs to gain finance and approval to go and search out the lost lands of the Americas. There are also records that show the Native American Indians are the lost 10 tribes of Israel. Like there's an episode on Glenn Beck's show that shows the grave sites of the Indians having Hebrew writings on them, as well as the founder of the Mormon religion, Joseph Smith, stating in the book that the Indians are the lost 10 tribes. There they found the lost 10 tribes, like the North American Indians and also the other Native American Indians in the South Central North America, where the natives were enslaved by the Spanish conquistadors, the British, and the French. They had to serve captivity together along with the black Hebrew Israelite slaves.
the Haitian. Put down the voodoo and turn from Satan to the Dominican, the tribe of Simeon, the Seminole Indian, the tribe of Ruban, to the native Indian, the tribe of Gad. Seas stood still while you sailed to the land. In the synagogue, a Satan showed up to the shore. You engaged in war, not your land no more. Cause a hidden land, not the lands called America. Blacks in America, tribe of Judah. Sup, you suck, the wake the troops up. Tribe of Asher, South America. To my Mexicano, the tribe of Issachar. My Cuba's down to Cuba, you're the tribe of Manasseh. It all get better once we all come together. Birds of a feather show no fly together. Tribe of Naphtali settle down in Hawaii.